8 rebounds now for Nalissa Smith. Bueckers drills the jumper. Dallas looking to climb out of a 7-point hole. We're trailed by as many as 13. How about that feed? Bueckers to Shepard. 2 team fouls on the wings. Young over to Wilson. Wilson with the J, won't go. Rebound secured by Talbot, and she gets her first field goal. Young stops inside, clears some space, kisses it off the window.
Yeah, it's funny when Jackie.
Shepard with the finish quickly on the other end. Thank you, JD. Pass inside to Shepard. Over to Segrist. Segrist rises off the heel. Got her on. Stops. Leaves it for Shepard. Timeout lost. 23 a night. They have 15 so far in this one. Young over to Wilson. Great play out of the timeout on the WNBA. Wilson, the turnaround is good. 3rd team foul on the wings. Wilson sees some space and hits the J. 15. Pass inside. Bueckers, bucket, and the foul.
This is a squad, for
That's
sure.
quite a team right there. As Carter hits the pull-up jumper. It had something to say to both Fudd and Bueckers on the way back. Bueckers surveying the floor with the shot clock winding down. Shepard going at Bell here, spinning, double clutch, count it, and put her on the line. Officials say Wilson kept the pivot. Shepard attacking Gray, got right by her and got the hoop. Shepard now. In the lane, under the hoop. Shepard puts it through. First, Shepard. Hand off to Bueckers. Outside to Career. Yes! Fudd penetrating, rises, and hits the floater.
And here in the 3rd quarter, or 4th quarter now, they've really picked up their defense.
That's Wilson to the rack. 19 for Asia of her career high. Outside look, Clark. Boom! Young on the move. Young to the rim. Young was scoreless in back-to-back games, has 15 points. Fudd! Just Wilson, long, Smith, right place, right time.
She's looking for this rebound if Asia Wilson missed.
Fudd left it short. Shepard the offensive board. Dump off to Career. Shepard to Career for 3. Cash! And a triple-double. Approaching 2 minutes to go in regulation. Bueckers. Again, under the weather in this ball game, and the Wings still up by 12. Wilson off the mark, got her own. Straight on 3 from Lloyd is pure. Bueckers caught in the air and turned it over. Under 90 to go in the 4th. Wilson to the rim. Wilson put it through, plus the foul. To adjust their defense. They hold the Aces to just 34 points in the second half. Dallas gets the win, 95-87 over the...
Welcome everyone to Mr. Maine Podcast. I'm Mr. Maine. Today I will be bringing you a game recap between the Las Vegas Aces, WNBA champions of 2025, versus the Dallas Wings. This was a great, entertaining game that the Wings overcame a halftime deficit. The Las Vegas Aces had a 53-45 lead at halftime, had an 8-point lead at the halftime. Dallas Wings went into the halftime, ate some spinach like Popeye the Sailor Man, came back out, defeated the Las Vegas Aces by the score of 95-87. Dallas Wings player Jessica Shepard had a triple-double. She was the star of the game. She played 38 minutes, had 22 points, 8 from 13 from field goal, and 6 from 6 from the free throw line. She had 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds. She was like Dennis Rodman out there. Had 10 assists, and she was the star of the game. Now, for the Dallas Wing, other players, this was the first time number 1 pick, Azzi Fudd, was in the starting lineup. And it came through. She came through. Azzi Fudd, she played 38 minutes, had 22 points, 9 for 15 from the field, 3 from 5 from three-point range. She was a beast. She had back-to-back games over 20 points. This one and against New York Liberty. So Dallas Wing is on a roll right now. Paige Bueckers, she had a great game too. She played 38 minutes, had 20 points, 8 from 18 from the field, 2 from 6 from three-point, and she had 6 assists. She was a beast. So Dallas Wings dynamic duo of Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd came through. The number 2026 first-round pick and 2025 first-round pick played together in a starting lineup, and this is sensational dynamic duo. Now, let's get into it with Las Vegas Aces. The Aces, their star player, A'ja Wilson, she had a good game, a solid game. She had 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And Chanel Carter had 14 points, 6 from 11 from field goal range. She was a good player. Jackie Young, she played 33 minutes, had 15 points, 7 of 20 from the field, and she had 7 assists. So she had a good game also for the Las Vegas Aces, but they came up short. And the Dallas Wing knocked them down a couple notches. Let's look at the box score per quarter. In the first quarter, Las Vegas had 26, Dallas had 21. Second quarter, Las Vegas had 27, Dallas had 24. So going into halftime, Las Vegas Aces had an 8-point lead, 53-45. Second half was a whole different story. Like I said, Dallas Wing went inside the locker room, ate some spinach like Popeye the Sailor Man, came back out. It was a whole different team. Third quarter, Dallas outscored Las Vegas 27-19. Fourth quarter, Dallas outscored Las Vegas 23-15. And they beat them 95-87 in Agtown, Arlington, College Park. Now let's look at the game recap. Azzi Fudd scored 22 in first WNBA start and helped the Wings beat Aces 95-87. Arlington, Texas. Azzi Fudd scored 22 points in her first WNBA start. Jessica Shepard had her second triple-double of the season, and the Dallas Wings beat the Las Vegas Aces 95-87 on Thursday night. Shepard also scored 22 points to go with a career-high 20 rebounds and 10 assists. Her other triple-double this season, 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists, came in a 99-89 win over Chicago on May 20th. Shepard scored 11 points in the third quarter, including a shot in the lane to tie it at 72 in the closing seconds. Shepard also opened the fourth with a basket to give Dallas its first lead, 74-72, since it led 17-16. Shepard secured a triple-double when she found Ewing Kerr for a three-pointer with 2 minutes and 57 remaining in the fourth to make it 90-81. Then Paige Bueckers added a three-pointer from the top of the key for a 12-point lead. Bueckers added 20 points and 6 assists for Dallas, which lost 5 straight games to the Aces last season. Kerr finished with 12 points. Arika Ogwale was limited to just 18 minutes due to an illness. Fudd, the number 1 pick in the draft in April, was coming off a 24-point performance as a reserve against New York. Aja Wilson scored 21 points for Las Vegas, which has lost back-to-back games. Jackie Young added 15 points, and Chanelli Carter scored 12 of her 14 points in the first half. Now, Leah Smith grabbed 12 rebounds to go with 9 points. Las Vegas was outscored 50-34 in the second half. Now, if you like this content, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for taking the time and watch.
Jessica, the team outscored the Aces 50-34 after halftime. Just what were some of the things that turned the game in the second half?
Defense and rebounding. In the first half, they were kind of getting whatever they wanted on the offensive end, and that makes it hard on our offense. So I think in the second half, we just did a better job of taking away where they wanted to get to.
Jess, in pregame, Becky Hammond compared you to Draymond Green. So I was just curious if you've ever made that comparison yourself or seen some similarities between your game and his.
No, I mean, I think he's a player that's a champion many times for a reason. And he's willing to do whatever the team needs to win. So in comparisons to that aspect of his game, yes. I think other aspects, maybe I can score a little better than him. But I like you, Draymond.
Paige, in that stretch in the fourth quarter where you guys got the lead, were adding to the lead, it felt like the crowd was getting more and more into it with each basket. Have you felt a moment like that in this place, like in your career so far? And what did that stretch feel like as you guys were just getting, it felt like whatever basket you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really remember a time where it's gotten that loud and that electric. It felt like, I mean, I could actually hear them in a game. Usually, like in basketball, like you're tuned out to that. You're super locked in, so you can't even hear it. But to feel that momentum and to feel the crowd behind us like that, it gave us a lot of energy and it gave us a boost. And I know it was tough. It's definitely tough for opponents when the arena is cheering for you that loud. But it felt really good to just feed off of that energy and get stops and scores.
And then when you were just like the way that you guys just could make shot after shot, like what did that feel like? I guess that offensive flow you were able to establish in that stretch.
Good. I feel like we really moved the ball. We got on transition, got a lot of buckets that way, and we wanted to use our endurance and how well of shape we think that we're in to push through the fourth quarter. And when you have like playmakers like this on the floor sitting next to me and scorers and people that can Jess can bring the ball up, alleviate some pressure, and just make plays. And then AZ made plays. Everybody came in and contributed to this win. So it was really good to just play off of each other and feed off each other like that.
So Dorothy and then Mike.
Jessica, at what point did you realize it was going to be a historic night for you? How were you feeling on the court? When did you feel it coming? And how do you feel about making that history tonight?
You know, I didn't feel it. If you knew how I felt in warm-ups, this is a shock. So, no. I mean, I think in the second half, I felt that we, were picking up the momentum and, I didn't feel it.
How do you feel about making that history, though? Like, what are you thinking? 22?
I'm thinking that we won. For me, these things don't really matter so much. I came here to, help this organization win and, kind of take that next step. So I'm just proud of this team for, being able to come back and beat a team like Las Vegas tonight.
Micah.
Azzi, what did it feel like you could see the smile on your face when your name was being called pregame? What was that moment like to run out on the court for the first time as a starter? And did they make you dance there at the tail end? They make you get in the middle of the circle and dance?
They did make me do that. But obviously it's amazing. Anytime I can step on the floor with this group, it's an honor and I don't take it lightly. So again, to be on the floor, whether it's coming off the bench, starting, I'm super grateful.
You guys held Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young to 9 of 30 shooting overall. Talk about how you guys were able to frustrate them so much and make it really difficult for them on the offensive end.
Is that fun?
All three.
Paige. Well, first of all, those are elite scorers, and sometimes in this league it's a make or miss. So they hit really tough shots. We just try to do our best to make them as tough as possible. They use screens really well. They get you on your back, and they play to that advantage. And our bigs did a great job. We adjusted in the second half of being more up to touch and being more up in the ball screens. And especially with Kay, she just is so long that she can guard two at times. So to play between whoever's in the ball screen, whether it be Jackie or Chelsea, and probably Asia setting it, that's huge. And to have people like that anchor our defense, and we just try to fight through the screens and fight all night long to make things tough for them. But those two are two of the best in the league. And so on any given night, they could have got hot.
Go Melissa, then Rashad.
Jessica, obviously 22 and 20 alone would be a great game, but add in the 10 assists and it makes it something really special. It seems like you had a lot of success with that backdoor cut. What were you reading that the defense was doing that enabled you to hit that time after time?
Yeah. I mean, when you have great scorers and great shooters, you kind of have to pick what you're going to give away as a defense. So, obviously they didn't want them to be able to come off and shoot. And, Paige was doing a great job of just reading that and getting the backdoor cut. And then when you have Azzi or Enrique coming off that pin, it puts the defense in a really difficult situation.
This is for Azzi, 24 in Brooklyn, 22 tonight. Of course, the game has slowed down for you, but what are some other things that you've been able to feel better about on the court?
I think just feeling more comfortable each game, being aggressive, first of all, not hesitating when I'm open, when Jess and Kay and them set me great screens, not hesitating to use them. But I think just reading what the game's given me, not ever trying to force to score, but just be aggressive.
Mike and then Jess.
For all three of you, the win in New York, now this win tonight against a team that's the defending champions, it would be real easy for you to have a huge swell of confidence off of the last couple of games. Where are you right now from a confidence perspective, and I know we're not even a quarter away through the season, so I don't want to get too far down the path of making a statement or anything along those lines, but do you feel like you've at least made it known that, hey, this is a different team in 2026?
Paige.
Obviously confidence is huge in this league, but also is staying humble, and knowing that not one win is our win today isn't going to carry us to win on Monday. We have to bring it every single day of practice, every single day of recovery, every single day in the weight room, and every single game that we step out on the floor. There's a standard that we want to uphold, and there's an identity on both sides of the floor that we want to continue to keep building. But I think we're so focused on who we are today, who we're going to be tomorrow, who we're going to be the next day, that we're just staying present and knowing that game eight of a long season isn't going to get us to the playoffs. But we want to continue to build from game to game, continue to get better, continue to stay humble and hungry.
This is a question for anyone. Y'all have a new coach, new roster this year. People were arriving to camp late. What do you feel like has just helped this team click so early on in the season?
Yes. I think we have good people in the locker room. I think when you have a group of good people, it's easy to connect off the court, and then that kind of carries on the court as well. So I think they just did a great job of, we have a very good young core, and they brought in some older vets that can really, lead us every day. Like AC today was huge. She's a plus 11 in 18 minutes, but it's her insight that she's able to share every day. It helps us build as a team. And so I think, just having great people can lead to a lot on the court.
Paige, just yesterday you referred to guarding the paint as the team's kryptonite. What have y'all been focusing on over the last couple of days, especially from a mental standpoint, to keep that from spoiling the night for you?
Just being connected, and less worried about our man and less worried about what our player is going to do, but guarding the ball. tonight is huge. I mean, going against Asia and guards that can get into the paint at will, to shrink the floor, to build a wall, to be in gaps, to try to make everything tough and take tough twos, mid-range twos, some contested threes, and just contesting the paint. So for us to be more connected, us staying disciplined in what we want our defensive identity to be, and that's to protect the paint better. I think that's what our emphasis is from game to game. Two more. Okay.
You all do play a very guard-heavy scheme. You know, what is that like for you, Jessica, too? How are you staying ready for big nights like this when you all rely so heavily on the 1 and 2?
I mean, I think, you know, the league in general is a guard-heavy league. So, you know, just playing, you know, in so many different systems throughout my career, you know, kind of has allowed me to adapt really quick. And also, you know, the advantage of having great guards is it alleviates pressure for the bigs. So, you know, if you set a great screen, they have to pick between the two of you. So, yeah.
Last one, Dorothy.
Paige, you threw an insane pass to Jessica, like from all the way across the court. Do you remember when you did? It flew all the way.
Yeah, I remember the first one too. That went straight to Chelsea Gray.
That was the right idea.
I mean, that was insane. Talk about just that court vision you had, and then she made the layup. So
yeah, I owe Jess a few after tonight. I smoked some layups. She probably could have had 15 assists. So I was just trying to. And then the first half, the ball completely got away from me, and she was running the floor great. So to be able to reward that, just her hard work and the way she rebounds and the way. It's hard for us as guards to get rebounds because she steals them all. So we're in the paint battling. And she comes out of nowhere and grabs them all. So for us to reward her and all her hard work, the way she rim runs, the way she screens for us, just trying to like reward that. She does so much for this team. So to be able to get her an easy one when she runs the floor like that, it's rewarding. Thank you guys.
Thank you.